It is a beautiful Saturday here in sunny Florida. And wherever you are, the sun is out, even if you don't see it, even if it's hidden behind the clouds, or maybe where you are in the world, it's somewhere on the other side of the earth. But the sun is always there, and we can choose to stay on the sunny side of our lives. Hi, my name is Sabine Kvenberg, also known as the Storytelling Dame from Germany. I was a former actress and director, and this Saturday Live, I want to discuss topics about what we all want in life: happiness, success, and love in relationships. And of course, love for ourselves as well. And how do we get there? How can we improve our lives? And one of the things is to stay connected with like minded people, to listen to podcasts or lives or YouTube recordings, whatever it is that interest you, that will help you maybe get aha moments or just having a good time. And I hope I can provide that. And I would love, love, love if you are here and listening either live or in the replay, to just give me a heart or thumbs up or say hello or ask a question. I would love that. And if you have not subscribed yet to my channel, I invite you to do that too, because that will help you to get notified when I go live. Oh yeah, let me hop in here real quick. So today, the topic that I want to talk about is, what is Gumption? And do you have it? Yes, Gumption is the title of my new book. And that book is coming out in just a couple of months. But I want to give you a little preview. Here we go. And with that preview, maybe there is something that already gets you going, improving your life, or get an idea, right? And people often ask me, what is gumption? Maybe you haven't heard that word, or you thought it's courage. It is not just courage. It is not just grit. It's that spark that keeps you moving forward when everything inside you screams and wants to quit. And here's what I know: you already have it. The question is, will you let it guide you? And that is what I'm sharing in my book. Let me just give you a little glimpse here. That guided me my whole life. And I didn't know it at the beginning. And I didn't even was aware so much about it before I started writing the book. But over the past few years, this came very clear to me. And yeah, and that's what I'm sharing. And so today I want to discuss what you can do to develop gumption. You may find yourself in a situation that is very challenging, and you may think, "Ah, no, it's not for me. I'm not cut out for this." So that is the moment that you want to kind of stop and think about, why does that come up? Why am I thinking this right now? And it may be a very legitimate point, because we all come across situations that we thought was right for us, but then it wasn't. Trust me, I've been there many of times. So when this happens, I always kind of retract a little bit into a quiet place. Maybe I go out for a walk. That's for me always very helpful, or meditate, or whatever it is for you that helps you just to step back a little bit and ask yourself the question, is this the right direction? If you feel fear coming up, But at the same time, that fear is sometimes just a protection mechanism because there is something new ahead of you. And I had that plenty of time. Trust me on that as well. Because our million-old brain is wired to protect us. And that is good. And that is good in situations when we have to run away. If there's danger coming our way, somebody is charging after us. But that also comes into play if you want to go into a new direction that maybe seems overwhelming and it says, oh, I don't know. Because if you go there, that could mean many different things. Let's, for example, take you want to open a business, right? And I was faced with that when I opened my first business, a performing arts school. I've never ran a business. I was an actress. I was a director. I was paid to do the work. But all of a sudden you face yourself or you find yourself in a situation that now you have to figure everything out. Well, you don't have to do it alone. There are always people around you that can mentor you, that can help you. But here's the thing, it's still something new and you still have to figure it out, even with help. And that can be very frightening. But here's what always made the difference to me. Do you feel a passion when you start something? For me, certainly, I was passionate about passing on the love for the performing art to a new generation. I was passionate about teaching. I love it. I still do. This is what I still do today. I don't teach acting, dance, and voice any longer. Maybe voice sometimes in my coaching that I do now. I work with entrepreneurs and business professionals and help them become better presenters, better storytellers, better leaders by showing up with presence and communicating their thoughts and their ideas to their teams or to their clients in a more effective way. And that passion of helping others helped myself so much in whatever I wanted to start, because it is a driving force that keeps you moving forward and keeps you figuring things out. And that's what I call gumption, moving forward even if you don't know the how yet. And that happened the first time for me when I wanted to change careers from being a claim adjuster to an actress. I had no idea, but I figured it out. I had resistance from people who said, don't do it. And they meant it to protect me, because that acting business, they had no idea how it works. You may just hear all the scandals, and you may hear that most actors don't make it, and they have to do all kinds of jobs to survive. And it's legitimate, here we go, there's that word, objective. I get it. But at the end, you are the one who makes the decision. And this is where it starts, by making a decision. When you have that nudge, that feeling, you want to go in a new direction, you want to start your own business, whatever it may be for you, you might want to get into better shape or health, and you have to make a decision to get started. And once you make that decision, then do everything in your power to get to your desired outcome, to that big, audacious goal. But here's another thing that you cannot forget. from here to up there to that big, audacious goal, there are many little teeny tiny goals in between. Those process goals, how I call them, because it is a process, it is a journey. And for me, that journey is my life. My whole life is my journey. Your whole life is your journey. So you might as well want to enjoy it, even if it is hard. And that's where the gumption comes in. And I have a framework that I put together. Yes, gumption is a memoir. And as you see, I'm no spring chicken anymore. However, that life experience can come very handy for those who may still want to do all the things they want to do, but maybe faster because now they have a mentor or they read a book or they listen to a podcast and they have aha moments. When I grew up in my young adulthood, I wasn't into personal growth at all. I started later in life. Part of it too is we didn't, oh, I have to say, you know what? 11, 11. I have to take a picture. And you know why? Because there's power in numbers. And I started going into those moments of, what does it mean? What does those numbers really mean? I'm just being distracted now because I'm looking on my other screen. So those numbers have some energy, and I invite you to look it up, what it means. And I started seeing those numbers all the time, those triple numbers, and sometimes even four numbers of the same, like 1111 that you just saw. What does it mean? Look it up, right? And it kind of helps you and guides you in the direction, or maybe tells you, yeah, keep going. You are right. Okay. So those are the angel numbers, a powerful sign of spiritual awakening or alignment or manifestation, right? Because at the end, yeah, that's what it is. So let me just read here some of the things I pulled up. This is what I have to do. I'm like, oh, wow, this is so exciting. 1111 acts as an energetic portal, indicating that your thoughts are aligned with reality, making it an ideal time to manifest goals. Ta-ta! How much better can it be? And my goal is to make this book available around the world. My goal is to help people get a confirmation that they're on the right path, help people to see things maybe in a more positive way, and give people a guide how you can live a life with gumption that can be very successful. And you can be part of it too, because I am inviting advanced readers. This book is not available to purchase right now in bookstores. You can pre-order it. And one of the things that I'm doing is I'm asking my followers to, hey, this is definitely a good book, and you can help me as well if you pre-order it now, because that gives a sign to the bookstores and to many different people who can make it happen to get carried in the bookstores, or maybe to get it out in front of more people because they see, oh, there's an interest there. But here's what I would like to do for you. If you pre-order it now and just let me know that you did it, send me a screenshot from your receipt or something, and then I'll give you an advanced reader's copy. you can start reading it. You can start making adjustments or taking it into your life or starting something. I don't know, whatever it is for you. And then I invite you to be a guest on my show. I have several people who already got the advanced copy. And so far, everyone who read it came back to me, said, "Oh my gosh, I did not know that. Oh my gosh, wow, that was so entertaining. It was so exciting to read the stories that you connected with the things you are talking about." Or, well, I felt really good about because I felt not alone. It was a confirmation for me that I am on the right path. You see? And that is what I love about this process. So if this is you, just put it in the comment or send me an email. You can always send me an email to Sabine at sabinekvenberg.com, right? And yeah, that's exciting. So let's go back to the numbers. Numerology. In numerology, 11 is a master number associated with intuition, insight, and enlightenment. And in the sequence 11, 11, that multiplies this influence. Wow. This is what I love about when I do these lives. It's not planned. Yeah, I plan the main topic that I want to talk about, but these talks are just live. And when I see something and I say, "Oh, I have to go with it," that is that intuition. And that is what I'm sharing in my book. It guided me my entire life. And it started with a 9-year-old girl that almost didn't make it. But she listened to her intuition, to that sacred whisper that at one time it screamed, "Run, run." And I didn't realize it, of course, then. But in retrospect, many, many, many years later, I did. When I started my spiritual journey, my personal growth, everything came together. And that is so beautiful to see. So let me take a quick peek here. Okay, perfect. And here we go, my chat. So if you see this in the replay, just say hello. I would appreciate it and I truly enjoy it. So going back to Gumption, what it is, and that it is more than resilience, right? Gumption is not reserved for celebrities. You know, you may think, "Oh, Sabine, you were this successful actress in Germany." Yes, I had my success. I played great roles. I made good money. I was featured in magazines. But you know what? That's not true success. Yes, it maybe you can pat yourself on the shoulder. And back then I was young. It felt good when you saw your picture on a magazine, right? But that is fleeting because it can go away very, very quickly, right? And so I remember when I played the lead role in Pippi Longstocking. I was Pippi Longstocking. So was the cover on a magazine in Germany. So it felt good. But you know what? An ordinary person can live an extraordinary life. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not one of the lucky fews. I'm an ordinary woman who made a choice over and over and over again to rise. And that's what Gumption is about. And that choice, it's available to every single one of us. And when fear stops in or comes in, creeps in, you know, everybody is afraid of being seen to, and then, or being seen of starting over, right? Like, you failed here. No, there is a very, very big difference when you fail and then start over again. That is gumption. I call it failing forward because you learn from every failure. Oh, how many failure did I have? Well, a lot. So, yeah, I would say we all have to become the person we are meant to be, to live the life we are destined to live. So, my question to you is, where are you in your life right now? And what is the one question that you're asking yourself right now? Maybe you are in a situation where I was as a young adult, being stuck in the wrong job. The question that I ask, what is mine to do? What is it that I really, truly enjoy and want to do for the rest of my life? Maybe not for the rest of my life, but I didn't want to get stuck in a job for 40 years. Or you find yourself at a crossroad in your personal life, health, relationships, even business. Maybe you found out that that business that I started, I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. I thought I would because it promised a lot of money, but money doesn't make me happy. Then switch, change. The choice is always yours. And making a tough choice, that is also gumption. Because some choices that you make, they are tough. And I had my fair share of those tough choices. To make a decision to start fresh, new, after everything was crumbling down, that put a huge financial burden on my family, or to draw a line in the sand and says, you know what? Let's start all over. Let's start fresh. And those decisions don't come easy, not lightly, but at the end, it was still my decision. And when you see it like that, realize that you are powerful. At the end, you are the one in control of your life with the decisions that you make. No one else has control over you. Maybe there are circumstances that show up like they have control over me, but at the end, you are the master of your life. And you can make decisions that are hard, that sometimes do involve other people. And I'm not suggesting that you hurt other people on purpose. No. But if you see that your life is going in the wrong direction for whatever reason, business, personal, health-wise, spiritual-wise, whatever it is, you can make the decision to change direction, to say no to this and yes to that. And that is also gumption. All right, my friend, that is it for today. Of course, I wouldn't want to end up one more time to invite you to pre-order my book and contact me. Let me know that you did. And I will send you an advanced reader's copy. You still will get that book in 2 or 3 months. August is when it's coming out. You can still get that copy and then give it to someone that can benefit from it. You can always have it as a gift or as a second copy. Now, I would love to hear from you what you want to hear in maybe future live streams that I do every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's it, my friend. I wish you a wonderful rest of the day whenever you see it. And of course, always remember, the very first thing is we have to remember that we have a heart. And when we serve from the heart, when we follow our passion, we cannot do anything else but getting on the right path and living a successful life, because we do what we love. And when you do what you love what you do, everything changes. Remember, we must become the person we are meant to be, to live the life we are destined to live. And in my podcast, Become Empowered, that you can find on Apple Podcast or wherever you listen to podcasts, just search Become Empowered and put my name in it, and you see it's coming up. I also interview individuals from all walks of life who share their story of overcoming adversity and becoming their next greater self. Very inspiring stories. And if you have an inspiring story, and if you want to be featured on my podcast, send me an email, right? And if you want to talk to me, if there's something that you just want to know, or maybe you want to work with me in the future, schedule a time on my calendar and my team will contact you. Just go to talktosabine.com and you can schedule a time. All right, this is it. And if you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Hit that little bell and you will be notified when I upload a new video. And I'm going to leave all the information in the description, the links, and where you can learn more about my podcast, where you can learn more about me and what I do, and of course, how you can order your books and how you can become part of that journey and be invited when I do my book launch, which is another thing. Everybody who is ordering my book, is doing the pre-order, will have a VIP access. And I will let you know in my future lives what that entails. It does entail a lot of great things. Okay, this is it for sure. I will see you very, very soon. I will talk with you very, very soon. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a loyal follower. And I wish you all the best. Remember, serve from the heart, follow your passion, and live the life you imagine.